Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hi, welcome to a vlog. This is, well, it's supposed to be, this caught me unexpected, but this is meant to be some sort of like, we hit 4 digits, 1,000 subscriber thing. But by the time we'd hit 1,000, we'd already hit 1,200 by the next day. And when I woke up and saw that, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to, like, not oh shit, but one of my first reactions was like, oh, this is ridiculous. The second one was, how am I gonna, like, actually get anything in time? Because you see all the other YouTubers, and I watched them when I was younger, and I'm like 14, and they're doing this awesome subscriber special where they're like eating death peppers and jumping off buildings, and I have none of that planned. I had none of it in mind. So it's just gonna be you and me and the cat. Can you hear him purring in the video? I feel like maybe. And my hair, every time I lean down I see like this ridiculous situation back here. I have no control of this thing. I have a good old double crown, so if you also have a double crown, you know my struggles. As for what's new, I'm playing all sorts of games right now. I've got Sleeping Dogs, I've got various stuff that keymailer people, random devs send me keys to play because they're like, oh, this Grasswalker guy actually plays the games if we give him a key, so let's give it to him and then watch him do his first impressions. What else have I got? I've got like Oblivion sort of in the making, I've got Tyranny that I've abandoned nearly. Every now and then I play a MOBA. If you guys complain in the comments enough that you need League of Legends fix, then I can do that. So playing all sorts of stuff. If there's anything in particular you guys want to see, let me know in the comments, and like, if you're one of the few people saying anything, you're going to have a larger bias in my mind when I'm thinking, why am I playing this game? The one dude that replied said he wanted this other game, and that's going to be in my mind the entire time. So if you want a game, just mention it, and then I'll do what I can towards that. I've pre-ordered Far Cry 5. Now I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Ubisoft. You alright? You alright? You want pets? Is that it? Yeah, you do. Oh, but Ubisoft are bad. Well, I fucking loved Far Cry 3, and then like 3 years later, I loved Far Cry 4. So I'm gonna pre-order Far Cry. Alright, see you, cat. There goes my viewership. Everyone was here for the cat, and then I'll see a drop off of views at the 2 and a bit minute mark in the vlog. But I loved the other Far Cry games. I started with Far Cry 4, went back to Far Cry 3, and then I loved both of them, so I'm gonna play Far Cry 5, I'm gonna pre-order it, I have high hopes for it. I know that Ubisoft normally screws some stuff up, but I have faith, and I've enjoyed the other Far Cry games enough that it's justified Far Cry 5 being one of the first games I've pre-ordered in a long time. I don't normally pre-order games. I'm normally in the other camp where it's like, don't buy something before you know if it's good. Definitely never buy stuff if it's like a year before it's out, or if it's this super pre-alpha beta crap and you've never seen it actually played before. Definitely don't buy it. But if you've played other games in the series, like when The Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, I'm going to pre-order that because I played The Elder Scrolls 4, loved it to death. Played The Elder Scrolls 5, really enjoyed it, didn't quite love it to death. So The Elder Scrolls 6 I have really high hopes for. What point am I trying to make? What even tangent am I on? Oh, look at that, I changed the camera angle on you. Did I just shift up a bit? Other new stuff, I'm back home, as you can see with a backdrop. Those of you that have been watching the channel pretty much since it started, or at least for a long time, you have noticed the backdrop every now and then change, from when I started at home, to when I moved to my first university house, to when I came back home, to when I went to my second university house, and I'm back home again for the Easter break. So I'm going to be chilling here for a bit, because the university's shut down, there's no lectures, there's no coursework, there's no anything to do there. So I've come home, we're going to do stuff at home, we're going to pet the cat. Like, 1,000 people is a lot of people. Like, that is a lot of people. Like, in my secondary school, we had 1,000 students in the entire school, and that's like 3 buildings and a sports hall and an AstroTurf, and there's all the staff included in that. And like, I went to that school for what, 6 years, and I didn't know the names of less than half of the people, not even that. I barely knew the people in my year, let alone the people in the entire... And to think that 1,000 people are like, oh, let's watch this guy from the cupboard, and they're just like hiding behind this little thing with their little peeping binoculars. I'm just here playing video games and talking about D&D and stuff, and it's like that. There's like a wall, there's a mental barrier that I actually can't comprehend that. But the numbers go up and the viewership goes up, and you see more videos getting more views, and you see the watch time changes and the like-dislike ratio updates and all this different stuff, and you get a feel for the changes. But I'm never going to be able to actually sit down and comprehend 1,000 people watching stuff. So that's really weird. Like, could you guys imagine that? Is there some perspective that I'm missing out here? Because I'm struggling to. Man, to think we started in 2015, the years have sort of flown by, because it's, as always, YouTube's just been sort of a hobby on the side. I just sort of happen to upload videos when it's convenient to me, but try not to leave it too long. There's always this looming deadline in my mind, like, oh no, oh, you need to record a video or else there won't have been a video for 3 days, and that's a bit too long. And that adds like a bit of pressure to my everyday life, and sometimes it does get to me, but it's you guys that actually say stuff, and you guys that comment, and you guys that actually like support the videos that really help me just be able to blast through that. Because there's been times where I've like been close. There were times when I actually full on gave up. I think when I first arrived at uni, I was like, oh, I'll be able to keep it going, but then I just did a shitload of work and just didn't keep it going at all. And then after a couple of months, a few people started commenting like, hey, you haven't uploaded in a few months, you're right. Some people are like, hey, I can't believe you like just stopped, I really enjoyed your videos. And some other people like emailing me from like the contact email, they're like, hey, like, why did you give up? We used to like really enjoy that. I used to sit down and watch it with my girlfriend. And I'm like, oh no, oh, I shouldn't have given up. And then I immediately got back into it and I started it back up. And then there was another time when it was like going really slow and I wasn't feeling it, and I was just running really low on ideas of what to do. And some guy made a spreadsheet, this Hamstertron guy, you're the best of all of them. He made this huge spreadsheet. He spoke all about the videos that he watched, the videos that he liked the most, but then the videos that seemed to do the best analytics wise. He had this big spreadsheet of like cross-referencing video names, tags, like content, the sort of like category it fit into, whether it's like a certain game or MMA videos or D&D videos or League of Legends videos. And he sort of like made some recommendations. Hey, some of these videos do better, some of these don't. If you're running out of ideas, do this, this, and this. Like, don't give up. Don't be. What word did he use? Despondent? I didn't even know what that word was. I had to Google it. I had no idea what that was. But this guy gave like this huge breakdown of like how much he cared and what avenues I could take and what ways I could work it. And the idea that somebody cared that much, like that, really warmed me inside, and I loved that guy and I love him still, and he's still around. Hey dude, you see you here right now maybe. And as long as there's some people like that, the vocal minority, that's what keeps the fires going, that's what keeps fueling the channel to keep going. And obviously the more subscribers we get, the more that vocal minority becomes a slightly bigger minority until the point that it's not a minority anymore. It's forgive me flashbacks of the South Park episode where there's more minorities than there are majorities. But that's what it's slowly going to come towards, where there's no longer going to be those periods of, man, nobody's actually said anything for 4 months, the views are really low, nobody's liking or disliking, no one's giving me any feedback. There's probably not going to be those periods of time anymore. So hopefully from this point out, assuming that everything doesn't go shits up and I get like cancer and die, everything should be nothing but uphill from here. That's what I'm feeling. But it comes down to all you guys and partially me. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the breakdown is of who's more responsible. Like, if I make crap content and you guys leave, that's entirely my fault. But if I make okay stuff and nobody's here and then I give up, is that anybody's fault? Is that anything? I don't really know. I'm just talking crap at this point. So what can you expect from your resident grasswalker? That's me. I'm going to carry on doing gaming videos, going to carry on doing D&D videos, I'm going to carry on doing whatever the hell I feel like videos. Now that I'm home, expect cat stuff, because I'm here with the cat, I have my phone, I can record the cat doing weird and wacky things when it happens to come up and I have my phone on me. I'm not going to be like stalking the cat 24/7 with the phone, like trying to wait for him to do something. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, there's no cat videos, don't feel too bad. But what else you can expect is that I'm still going to be replying to a lot of the comments that come up, because I'm still at that point where there's enough comments that I can just handle them when I'm sat in bed just chilling and I'm on my phone and stuff comes up and I can just reply to it straight away. I've not been overwhelmed yet If you guys leave comments, expect them to be replied to, expect them to be listened to. Whatever you do, just try and leave constructive criticism. If you're being a bit of a cock, I'm just gonna ban you. Like, I'm not having much of a tolerance policy on bullshit. We've had some people trying to spoil games, like, well done, you got banned, and I'm gonna forget it anyway because I don't have the best memory, and the ending to the game is gonna be in like 8 months when I get around to finishing it, if I even do. You're not achieving anything, you're just wasting your own time. What else have we got? If people are recommending games, I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to look into that game. I'm going to read some reviews. I'm going to watch some gameplay footage. I'm going to see whether or not it's on discount. And I might buy it. Somebody recommended the Thief series, so I'm looking into getting that. But I'm struggling to justify spending £20 on it when I remember that at Christmas it was only like £2 and they're like, Super Thief deal. And I'm like, ooh, I might get the Super Thief deal, but I don't think anyone would want to watch it. And then a month later, everyone's like, oh, play Thief. And I'm like, ah, I missed the train. That's pretty much all I can think of. If you think I've missed anything, feel free to ask me questions in the comments. The summary of the video is, I'm still playing video games. Thank you guys for managing to hit 4 digits. And I love you all. And more specifically, I love the specific smaller group of you that are active in there. Because I know that people just lurk and they just watch. Because that was me. That was me when I was younger. I used to just watch. I never commented, I never liked, I never did anything. I just watched the things and enjoyed it as a form of entertainment. So I get that there's you guys out there, and I understand. But for me, as the creator person, I'm really happy with the vocal minority that come out and say stuff, because they're the people that are like, oh man, this guy says that he likes my stuff, and that makes me feel all warm inside. But yeah, that's the summary of the video. It's awesome to manage to hit that, and it's all thanks to you guys, because you are the people that have brought that. Like, it's... I'm not sure where the relationship mixes and what extent to which it doesn't really matter at all anyway. But it's you guys, you're here. Thank you for being here. I love you all, except for Tony. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!